The Incarnational Translation of Matthew 13, verses 1 through 9, the parable of the sower. One summer day, the stockbroker ministry team saw a need and came to give a financial wellness class at a local church in Monmouth County, New Jersey. And members from the congregation came to the meeting in our fellowship hall to learn how to make wise investments. They learned about financial wellness threats. Threats to financial wellness include 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 24% of Americans' paychecks go to consumer debts. 43% of student loan borrowers aren't making payments. 47% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency. And 52% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. They learn financial wellness and strategies for long-term financial stability.
Topics like savings, budgeting, getting out of debt, and investing for the future are spread across a variety of different video styles.
One financial instructor shared a story with the class about a certain church pastor from Maryland who donated some ministry development funding to her congregation. This funding landed on 4 different areas within the congregation. The same amount of money and the same opportunities and liberties were made available to each area. The senior ministry team wanted to earn some quick money, so they decided to use the funds they received to go on a bus trip to Maryland Live, a very comfortable venue and one of the largest casinos in the country. This is Maryland's first and only outdoors gaming area. The seniors were getting so excited about making money until the tides turned, and then they lost all their funds. They quickly got tired and discouraged and wanted to go back home because they had less money than what they had brought with them. This caused many to acquire a serious headache. The baby boomer group used their portion to buy Pick 6 lotto tickets, where the odds of winning Pick 6 were less than a lot of money. And when the lotto numbers were drawn, none of their numbers came up because the odds of winning were so very slim. The millennial group had some reservations investing in the stock market, so they put the money they received from the Maryland pastor into a savings account. However, the interest rates were so very low, and because of job stability was questionable, the millennial group kept withdrawing their monthly deposits due to periods of unemployment and emergency funding. The millennial group felt as if keeping money in a savings account was just like throwing money out of the window. The last group was not sure what to do with the financial gift received from the Maryland pastor. This group wanted to help others to make a difference in the world, so they decided to donate their time helping others how to become financially healthy. They were very inspired by a story about a specific woman named Mary Smith Kelsey Peake, who once sowed her gifts and produced an abundant harvest. Mary S. Peake was a teacher who started a school for children of former slaves in the summer of 1861 under a tree that would become known as Emancipation Oak in Hampton, Virginia. This humble setting provided the foundation of what would become Hampton University. Look at the wonderful school assembly in Hampton Institute in Hampton, Virginia. Booker T. Washington was a Hampton University alumni. He also served as an educator, author, orator, and advisor to the U.S. presidency. Washington was a dominant leader in the African American community between 1890 and 1915. Another Hampton University alumni is Alberta Williams King, the mother of the late Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. The late Dr. Martin Luther King was one of the speakers at Hampton University. Another Hampton University alumni is Allison K. Duncan. She is the first female African American judge on the United States Courts of Appeal for the Fourth Circuit. Another Hampton University alumni is John Herman Henry Sinsek. He was an African American newspaper publisher and owner of the largest chain of black newspapers in the country, and a civil rights activist. Next we have Carl Holman. He was a Hampton University professor that helped found the Atlantic Inquirer and later became president of the National Urban Coalition, focusing on educational and work opportunities for blacks and Latino communities. And last but not least, we have former President Barack Obama. He gave the commencement speech for the 2010 Hampton University graduation services. We've come such a long way since Mary Peake taught under that oak tree. Now look what we have. The Hampton University Scripps Howard School of Journalism and Communications. All the blessings we enjoy are divine deposits, committed to our trust on this condition, that they should be dispensed for the benefit of our neighbors. John Calvin. If you agree, say amen. Don't despise the day of small beginnings.